Washington established the badge of military merit. What it looks like. August 7, 1782. He directed that it be a figure of a heart in purple cloth or silk, edged by narrow lacing or binding. General Washington intended this award to be bestowed whenever any meritorious action is performed with extraordinary fidelity. Only 3 soldiers of the American Revolution were awarded this medal: Sergeant Elijah Churchill, Sergeant William Brown, and Sergeant Daniel Castell. With the American Revolution over, and with the Army disbanding, the badge of military merit seemed to pass into history. Today, the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Major John R. Tapia, Ph.D., Chapter 608, is reactivating this award for tonight's presentation, with Colonel Peoples and Lieutenant Colonel DeCamper front and center.
Outstanding performance in a position of leadership in PrescottJROTC. This ribbon is presented to cadets who served as flight commanders and flight sergeants during the spring semester. Please come forward.
Now the jump down, great.
The achievement ribbon is presented by Colonel Peoples. This ribbon is awarded for outstanding performance above and beyond expectations. This ribbon is presented to cadets Catherine Zimmerman, Tyler Silva, Henry Belani, Isaiah Salters, and Richard Yankee. The PrescottJROTC Athletic Award is presented by Lieutenant Colonel DeCamper. This award is presented to a cadet who has achieved a noteworthy accomplishment in the field of athletics at PHS. This year we have 2 cadets who have excelled in athletics. The award is presented to cadets Raquel Temple and Grant Temple.
I have to tell you real quick about the level of achievements. Many of you may or may not know that Grant missed out on a state championship by 1/100th of a second while in distance swimming. And his sister, who she tells me she's a better swimmer than him, but she's chosen to play volleyball. Probably a good choice because she was invited to go to the Air Force Academy this winter and work out with a group of girls. I think it was something like the top 50 high school volleyball players in the country. So that's not too shabby either. So both of these students are phenomenal athletes. We could probably go on and on and on about the awards they've got, but we just wanted to let you know the reason we were judging you guys are very deserving.
PHS AFJROTC Academic Award is presented by the principal that founded this junior ROTC in 2006, Todd McCraley. The award is given in honor of Mrs. McCraley and her husband, Tom McCraley, who helped start junior ROTC from the very beginning. Mrs. McCraley is an Air Force child. I won't say Brad. And a great supporter of junior ROTC. I try to instill the very basic concept to all cadets that they should do what they say they're going to do. And believe it or not, that's not that easy for teenagers. But when I'm standing here publicly, I do admit that Ms. McCraley, when she started in 2006, I had a dream of doing some things. And Ms. McCraley said, well, Colonel, if you do this, you can get more than just one room. I had one room in 2006. And now, if any of you come see our complex now, with me doing what I said I was going to do, she did what she said we were going to do, and again, arguably, she founded the top national ranking junior ROTC in America. So we will have a plaque too. And so when she left last year, we thought it was quite appropriate. Since we cannot legally name a junior ROTC after someone, we named this junior ROTC award the academic award after Mr. McCraley. She decided that this would be an academically based unit. We don't excel in drill or push-ups and sit-ups. We excel in kids making good grades, establishing goals, and accomplishing them. So I'll need to read the actual plaque here once a year. The junior ROTC unit would not be at Prescott High School were it not for Ms. McCraley, a proud daughter of a United States Air Force officer. She was the principal of Prescott High School when the unit was opened August the 6th, 2006. From the very beginning, Ms. McCraley demanded that PSJROTC would be an academic base, supported the expansion of the unit, and contributed directly to its success in national award recognition. Tom McCraley, a former educator and superintendent, as spouse, gave sage advice to enhance the development of the junior ROTC program. The cadets of PHS Junior ROTC are forever grateful. Thank you very much.
You know, I appreciate all those nice words from Colonel Peoples. But there's always a little bit more to the story. And I never have many opportunities to share a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and share, and I'll keep it very short. When I took over as principal, I was up here on a visitation. I was up here on fact-finding missions, so I would get to know Prescott High School. I had not even officially begun as principal when I had my first meeting with Colonel Peoples. And that's when we kind of realized we were kindred spirits. He told me what his dreams were, which he kept telling me about his dreams all the 10 years I was here. As it turned out, when we were in negotiation with the board on getting this program started, my husband phone, a long-distance phone call, and all of a sudden there's a break-in on the phone call, that long-distance phone call, because Colonel Peoples just had to talk to me, and at the time he was in Bosnia. So my husband very graciously handed me the phone. Just to make sure that all of this came together, at that time, Colonel DeKemper was the ROTC instructor at Peoria High School, and he made a special trip up here in order to make a presentation along with me to the board to convince them that we needed to get this program started. And because both these gentlemen had a lot of faith, believe it or not, in some of my recommendations on my part of the dream, my part of the dream was, besides doing this as an elective course, where that's essentially what all ROTC programs are at most high schools, we decided to make this one a strongly based academic program. And so hence that's the reason why our cadets have the opportunity of taking the coursework that they do, and why this scholarship means so much to me. So one last little thing before we make our presentation. Last year when I was retiring, and Colonel Peoples invited me up, and at that time he said that the unit had decided to be named the Totsi McCraley ROTC unit, and I was thrilled. I was crying. I was going on and on. A lot of you were there. You remember. Sorry, I'm not crying tonight. Anyway, the next day, I had just barely gotten into my office door, and Colonel Peoples comes up and he says, "We have a little bit of a problem." And with anything that Colonel Peoples says, when you start it off that way, it's, oh boy, okay, what now? Well, we just got word from headquarters that the only way that you can name a unit after a person is if that person is dead. That wasn't an alternative that I wanted to follow. So he said, but I think we've got the answer. And so hence, that's how this scholarship was named. And so I couldn't be prouder to have this opportunity to come back, visit with parents, see the cadets that I got to see in the hallways. I reminded you all last year that you said yes ma'am and no ma'am in the hallways, and when I looked at your parents to see if you all did that at home, they had a shocked look on their face. I hope you all have taken care of that since I was last here in Glenview. I'm not seeing a whole lot of head shaking over there, so I hope parents that they've taken care of that. Anyway, thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate that. And now, Colonel Peoples.
Academic board. Very simply put, the top GPA in each class. And oh, by the way, some of you old guys, you cannot get in this game unless you have to work for it. Freshman, Nina Casillas. Sophomore class. Sophomore class, rather competitive. Holly Boudreau. Alex Jimmy. Brandon Blair. Alex Silver. Rafael Temple. valedictorian at Trinity High School, Jared Smith, right there. Top cadet student at Bradshaw Mountain, Tyler Silver.